Once upon a time, it was a busy night at the North Pole. Santa Claus was getting ready for his big trip around the world to deliver presents. The elves were busy making toys and loading up Santa's sleigh. Rudolph and the other reindeer were excited to guide the sleigh through the night sky. Everything was going smoothly until a bright light filled the sky over the North Pole. Santa and the elves shielded their eyes as a huge spaceship descended from the clouds. The ship landed right in the middle of the village, crushing poor Elf Peppermint's gingerbread house. The door to the ship opened with a hiss, and out marched 3 tall aliens with big oval eyes and green skin. "We are Zibdaxians from the planet Zibdax, and we have come to steal Christmas," announced the leader. The elves gasped in horror. Santa stepped forward bravely. "You will do no such thing. Christmas is a time for giving and joy." The aliens just laughed. Suddenly, a tractor beam shot out from the bottom of the ship. Santa cried out as he was lifted up into the air. The aliens carried him into the ship as the elves shouted and tried to grab onto his boots. But it was too late. The ship's door slammed shut and the engines roared to life. "We're taking Santa to Zibdax, where he will make toys and presents for us instead," the aliens declared as the ship soared up into the night sky. Santa was gone and Christmas was doomed. Back at the village, the elves were distraught. Without Santa, there would be no Christmas cheer or presents for the children of the world. The naughty and nice list sat untouched. The reindeer moped in their stables, unable to pull the sleigh without Santa telling them which way to go. "We have to get Santa back," exclaimed Jingles, the head elf. All the elves nodded in agreement. "But how will we find him in outer space?" worried Peppermint, still picking gingerbread chunks out of her hair. Jingles thought carefully, twirling his colorful beard around one finger. Then he had an idea. "We'll use Santa's snow globe to track him." The elves cheered. Santa's magic snow globe could locate anyone on Earth. Jingles rushed to get the snow globe while the other elves prepared the sleigh and rounded up the reindeer. Moments later, the elves hitched the reindeer to the sleigh. Jingles shook the snow globe as he and the elves climbed inside. "Show us Santa," he told the globe. The snow inside began to swirl and glow. Suddenly, a beam of light shot out from the snow globe, pointing the way to Santa. The reindeer took off, flying the sleigh into the night sky as the snow globe guided them towards the Zibdaxian ship. Through twists and loops across the inky black sky, the elves followed the steady beam from the snow globe. Before long, the massive alien ship came into view. "Full speed ahead, Dasher," shouted Jingles. The reindeer zoomed forward. As they approached the ship, the tractor beam came back on, trying to capture the sleigh too. "Evade the beam," yelled Jingles. The sleigh jerked left and right, barely avoiding the grasp of the beam. The elves held on tight as the sleigh looped around the alien ship, looking for a way inside. At last, Pepperpot spied an opening. "There," she cried, pointing to a small hatch that was ajar. The reindeer zoomed through the open hatch with the skillful flying of Comet. The elves tumbled out of the sleigh into a dark metal corridor deep inside the alien ship. The air was cold and damp. "Which way to Santa?" Jingles asked the snow globe. The beam of light swung to the right. "That way," said Holly Jolly. Quiet as mice, the elves crept through the shadows. They passed lots of locked doors and strange alien equipment. At last, the snow globe led them to a big doorway labeled Toy Workshop. Jingles motioned for the others to be ready. Then he kicked open the door. Inside, the aliens looked up in shock from where they were whipping a chained-up Santa. "Make more toys," they ordered. But now the elves were here to save Christmas. "Free Santa," yelled Jingles. The elves charged at the aliens, using candy canes as weapons. As the aliens tried to zap them with ray guns, the elves fought back bravely. Pepperpot bonked one alien on the head while Holly Jolly tripped another. Within minutes, the elves had the aliens tied up with Christmas lights. Jingles hurried to unchain Santa. "Thank you for saving me," said Santa, rubbing his sore wrists. Suddenly, warning sirens went off in the ship. "Let's get out of here," cried Santa. The elves scrambled back to the sleigh as more aliens started chasing them. Santa took the reins and expertly guided the sleigh through the tight spaces of the ship. "Here's the exit," yelled Holly Jolly. The sleigh burst out of the hatch just as the alien ship aimed its cannons at them. "Faster, reindeer!" shouted Santa. The sleigh zoomed away as blasts exploded all around them. At last they made it to the safety of open sky. The aliens retreated, unable to catch them. Back at the North Pole, the elves rejoiced as Santa's sleigh touched down. Santa thanked the elves for their bravery. "You saved Christmas," he told them. Then he grabbed his naughty and nice lists. There was still time to deliver presents to all the children on Earth. Santa and his reindeer took to the skies, pulling the toy-filled sleigh. At every home around the world, Santa placed gifts under the tree or in stockings hung by the fire. He ate cookies and milk kids left out for him and filled the house with Christmas magic. As dawn broke, Santa returned home exhausted but happy. Christmas had been saved, thanks to the courage of his clever elves. They all celebrated with a big feast and sang holiday songs late into the night, joyfully looking forward to next Christmas. Santa smiled as he realized the spirit of Christmas was not just presents and toys, but being with loved ones and helping others. That was the greatest gift of all.